So the 8th episode of Anti-Magic Academy reveals that Kanaria, she is still alive. Yes, she is a girl. The little elf that Ikuraka created as a child, or at least as a young girl, she is still alive. She is taken by Valhalla, so now Ikuraka has a place to basically, or something to strive for. So yeah, really interesting. And another thing that was really interesting was that Ikuraka, she actually had infused the lost matrix into her own body so she could transform into a dark elf. However, it isn't a perfect transformation, as her sister Isaka says when she is dying, because she was killed, or shall I say, haunted. He basically ran one of his hands through her, and he even took antimatter without dying, man. So he is pretty powerful, haunted, and we also see him take a bullet directly into the head. So the thing about him being dead is most likely correct, and I wonder what can kill him, because he has taken a lot of powerful hits. He has taken a lot of powerful hits. So yeah, I wonder if the plan that Isaka left to Ikuraka was to take back Kanaria and take and transform Kanaria into a perfect elf, basically thanks to the lost matrix within Ikuraka's chest. Also, one thing you most likely would like to know: did Kusanagi get something? No, he didn't get anything, because Alchemist arrived too early. So the only thing he got was a shot with some muscle relaxer and also a kiss from Ikuraka. So yeah. And we can see that Ikuraka, she cares a lot about the squad, because she said that to her sister that if this, if any of her friends was to get hurt, she would destroy the matrix and ensure that all of the life of Isaka would become a hell until the last breath of Isaka. Which, yeah, well, that happened in this episode, as I already have said, and it's sad. It's sad for Ikuraka losing her sister. Also, another thing, we see a dragon this episode, or a, a machine that is made like a dragon. It's not a real dragon, because then, as Lapis says, the chances of Kusanagi defeating it is 0.4%. So, yeah, that's pretty low. That's pretty low. And it seems like the director, or Utari Sugitsu, which is his name, has seen a dragon before. So I wonder, is he like very old and like immortal or something? Because from what I understood, dragons are from the past. So it sounds like he has lived for a very long time. And it wouldn't surprise me if he was like a Highlander, or, some kind of immortal. Also, Lapis, well, she is part of the harem. And what I mean with that is that when she tells Kusanagi not to praise her because she blushes when he praises her. So, yeah, really, really good. But how was the dragon defeated? Well, first of all, it's the shell that protected its body, or let's say like this, the cord that basically made it possible for it to move, was shot by a railgun. Yes, a freaking railgun. So yeah. However, that only did so you could attack the core. What actually saved the day was Kusanagi basically stabbing the sword into it, and then Mari supplying him with the last mana, because he ran out of mana. And when he ran out of mana, there he said something really interesting: "Is I gonna lose another one?" So it sounds like he lost someone in the past. And could it be that the next episode will be about Kusanagi's past? Because that could most likely be it, because he's the only one that hasn't, been talked about or shown the past of. Of course, it could also be Lapis. But then again, how much story is there about Lapis? And again, it could be that Lapis and Kusanagi's past somehow intertwine. But I don't know. However, I must say, I like the smirk that Mari she makes at the end when she's basically like telling them that she is so great, and then Otori she's angry at her and tells her that she's basically only a fuel tank or gasoline or basically a person that supplies um, fuel to Kusanagi. So yeah, and well, there was no dolphins involved in the mana transfer. People who have seen, I think, Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works will know what I'm talking about because I've heard that there was dolphins in that scene in that series. But yeah. However, I feel sorry for Ikuraka losing his sister, and also for her sister Isaka because after Ikuraka ran away with the lost matrix, the scientist at the facility actually reprogrammed Isaka. So if she felt you know unnecessary emotion, she would feel pain, and also her facial expressions was restricted. So pretty evil considering that Isaka she didn't disobey them. It was only because of his sister. So yeah, really sad. It's really sad. But with that said, man, have a good day, good night, wherever you are, and I will see you later, guys. Cheers.